Oh, so we jump on a plane and leave for New York in just 8 days, just 8 days away. So the marathon is coming up fast, that's for sure. Today, I'm gonna go out and do a threshold run. So the format is to go easy for 25 minutes, run at threshold for 25 minutes, do another easy 25 after, and then cool down for however long, 5-10 minutes, something like that. It's raining today. It's been raining, as you can, you may or may not be able to see. Sometimes the camera does a good job picking up, sometimes it doesn't. But it's been raining for the last couple of days, and we're in for a couple more days of rain after this one, as I understand it. But fortunately, it's not super cold. So I do have a raincoat on. It's a really light raincoat, just to help keep me a little bit drier. So to do this one, I'm going to go back out to the state park where I was out the other day. I'm going to run the island. Even though it's been raining, the island isn't too bad in terms of mud. Getting out to the island can be a trick. So today I'm going to just stay on the main path, which is kind of a 2-track that the park uses to maintain all of the stuff that they do. So they drive their quads or whatever that they have that they cruise around the park in. For maintenance work, that kind of stuff. So I'm going to stay on that main, basically dirt road as far as I can, as long as I can, because I know that that won't be too bad. There might be a mud puddle here or there, but it shouldn't be too bad. And then I'll cut across right out to the island and spend most of my time running around that island. So it'll be a lot of laps, but on the upside, it'll help me maintain my local legend status for that segment on Strava. All right. I'm gonna head out there and get this one done. I had warmed up at home doing all of my mobility stuff, the things that I put into air quotes when I call it yoga that shows up on Strava. But that was, that was a few minutes ago. So I decided to take the opportunity to walk to the trails, and I'm on some, pavement, blacktop, to walk, I don't know, that's less than a quarter mile from the parking lot to the start of the trails. But I'm using it as a bit of a warm-up, just because I had to sit for a little bit before I got in the car, and then a little bit of a drive to get here and that kind of thing. So I just wanted to make sure that everything was moving and loose before I started to run. So it's not a bad way to do it. It's not a bad way to get warmed up, just a little bit of a walk ahead of time. And it's not a bad day to do it. Right now, it's stopped raining. I'm really surprised because the radar showed that it wasn't supposed to stop till much later this afternoon, around 2 o'clock. So I'll take it for the time being. I know it's not going to last. It's just in between raindrops at the moment. But I'll take it for now. And I do have my raincoat on. It does have a hood in case I need that. I probably won't put the hood up anyway. I'm going to be running in the woods, and that's somewhat protective. It helps with the little bit of the wind, cuts down on that. Also helps a little bit with the rain, although it's a double-edged sword, right? So when you get out there on the island especially, it is tree covered, but any little bit of breeze will knock the rain off the leaves. So even if it's not raining, sometimes you still get rained on because of the the wet leaves and the wind. So it's all right. We do what we got to do. We do what we have to do to keep moving forward. And it just feels like, because I was in a taper before, Chicago, and then right away, I was basically in taper mode going into, this next race in New York. I've been tapering for a long time, and I'm afraid that I might be losing a little bit of fitness here. So we're just going to get this one done, do the best we can, and have some fun, because running should be fun. Even this dirt road is a little bit muddy, got a little bit of water on it. So it's going to be a muddy run today. So I should rack up some laps around the island today. 25 minutes at threshold. That'll be probably 5 laps. 4 3/4, 4 1/2, 5. I doubt 6. 6 would be great. 6 would mean I was really moving. But still, should be a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying today's run today. Even though it's not sunny and it's a little overcast, it's still a great day to be out in my trail shoes. And I'm wearing the Hoka Speedgoat 5s. So the trails are pretty empty today. I did see a couple mountain bikers a few minutes ago, but other than that, pretty much got the trails to myself. Pretty sure I have the weather to thank for that. So that was slightly more difficult than I anticipated, just because the trails were a bit more muddy than I thought they were going to be. Parts of it I was like right there sliding around pretty good and just kind of losing my footing even in the Speedgoat 5, so that tells you something. But overall, I felt like I honored the intent of the workout, even if I didn't get maybe the pace I wanted. Not even sure where my heart rate was. Never really looked at that. I was really focused on, just what was coming ahead of me on the trails, be it mud puddles, slick spots that were just all muddy, whatever the case might be. So, but it's still a great day to be out here. I wish the trails were just slightly less muddy. That would have been okay. Rated that one moderate. The difficulty that I had today, as I mentioned, I think earlier, is that the trails are pretty muddy. And so it was difficult to try to pick up the pace because my feet kept sliding out from underneath me. But overall, I felt pretty good about it. I'm gonna go home and just kind of baby my ankle a little bit. I'll probably throw some ice on it. It's feeling a little bit sore, and so I want to be as preemptive as possible. And this may even be my last run before marathon day. I don't know, I might just riding my bike, other than maybe a shakeout run when I'm in New York, but for fun. 8.81 miles today in total. I'm not exactly sure the time of the workout. Let's see, 75, 80 minutes, hour and 20 minutes, something like that in total. So, all right, I am going to get home. I got lots to do with just a handful of days before, our flight leaves. So anyway, thanks for making it to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it for you. As always, run tall, run strong, be kind to one another. Thanks for watching, and don't forget, you guys, you can email me comments, questions, audio, video, and I would love to feature you on the channel at runtall2020@gmail.com. All right. Yeah, I got tons of things to do. I got that big old checklist of stuff that I need to get around, make sure that I have ready for the trip. I ended up buying one of those small single cup Keurig coffee makers because the hotel that we're staying at doesn't have a coffee maker, and it's my understanding that there isn't one that's available. So I have to have my coffee in the morning, so it's well worth it to me. And I'll just pack it in my suitcase. It's going to take up a little bit more space than probably I had intended, but that's okay. It's worth it to have my coffee there in New York. I know there's all kinds of places to be able to get coffee, but and even on race day, I understand Dunkin' Donuts is one of the sponsors, or of the marathon, so they'll have coffee and donuts, things like that, bagels probably there by the corrals when we're waiting. So I will probably also take advantage of that too. What the heck, when in Rome, when in Rome. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Woo!